Redeemer himself in heaven. And this very gospel we must preach it. Therefore we must pray. We give thanks unto thee, O Elohim, for there is none like thee. There can never be any like thee. You are the beginning and the end. You are the Alpha and the Omega. Our lives are in the palm of your hands. We commit all that we are unto thee. We have come as the ancients did before us, as our ancestors did before we came, to offer praise and adoration unto your holy name and no other. For we do not worship any idol. We do not worship anything born of a human being. We do not worship anything carved out of a tree. We do not bow down before anything molded with the hands of men. It's only thee that we worship. That is why we have come this very evening on this hallowed platform that you yourself created, to offer you unadulterated praise and to hand over to thee all that we can ever become, because Biafra is yours. This very family of IPOB, you molded yourself. You decreed that IPOB must come, and now that we have come, that we may worship thee, O Elohim, please accept our offering of praise and sacrifice unto your holy name, because there is no other like thee. We will continue to adore thee. We will continue to worship thee. And as I said before, and I will reiterate, as we pray unto thee, that Biafra is your possession, we will sacrifice Biafra unto thee, that you may guide us in all that we do. It's only you that sees the hearts of men. If there is anything that we are hiding, if there is anything that we have concealed from our people, O Elohim, you will judge us very harshly. But if our hands are clean, our hearts very pure, you will bless IPOB, and you will bless me, and you will bless my family, because it's a promise from you. All our hope and our trust is upon thee. May your name be glorified. May you be exalted. May you, O Elohim, be praised. Now and forevermore we pray. Ise. Chukwu okike abịa ma pụrụ m ihe niile, without whom we
Opportunity. We, the global family of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, under the command and control of St. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they use this medium, they sound this trumpet loud and clear for everybody to hear them, both the deaf and the dead. See, all these people, both big and small, in Biafra land, where they use the name of St. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB or ESN, they they commit one commodity or the other just to brought body and other nonsense for our body in the name of thief, kidnapping, collecting of tax and rate, and different levies, even snatching of cars, or write letter to people saying that to support ESN, then the ESN, our hand no day at all, our hand no follow, and they no follow for what they do. IPOB, ESN and St. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, na brand name, only they carry coal at all, or do rough things. My people, we no know them, we no send them, and them no follow for what we they do. This was in another brand of Remas, in another style, in another form, and another shape for this course. Every papa, mama, brother, sister, auntie, uncle, quick match, advise your picking or brother now. For the leg where they waka krukere, I where they see sharply, they see am. Person where they put hand for water where crocodile they make shakara, waiting they find my brother na palaba, and they go catch am. Two was not there for the thing. If the dragon where they fly, it come you. Now through get the dance, then go play for you, and you must dance that dance. And now before you don't dance finish, your name go become Obentuare. But the workers of iniquity and the hired laborers, including their sponsors, in different shape and different countries and different towns and in different places, IPOB under St. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go play Funa Surugede, and that music una must dance and it go play and it go show. Two words no dey for the thing. As we talk am, na so it go be. Enough of our everywhere, whether na politicians or whatever send una, we know one know. Our dragon net go hold on. Remember, the fly wey no dey follow instruction or advice, dey follow dead body enter grave. We, the indigenous people of Biafra, under St. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no dey carry last at all, and we dey blow this trumpet because when it go begin happen, una go be thy kingdom come, while our name go be thy will be done. This message now from the organizations, charismatic, indefatigable, great indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, the real owners of the land. They bring on this message. This now your opportunity to turn a new leaf.
Yeah, one more time I say welcome to another live broadcast from New York City under the auspices of our mother station, Radio Biafra London. For leader's name, all do not know that already, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, abducted, kidnapped, and locked up in DSS dungeon by unlawful government. We know that the world is looking at it and watching. We have our fingers crossed to see. And by the way, I ask you the question, who is leading Nigeria today? Who is the president of Nigeria? The truth is coming. Everybody is beginning to think. But you know something? Thinking for a Nigerian man is just anybody who calls himself a Nigerian, first of all, is not thinking. Because if you are thinking, you will never tell anybody you are an Azurian. Because nobody, a British man came there, built a big supermarket and gave you a name, and you take the name and it becomes your name. Without even, no question asked. What, I listened to one American guy yesterday. He said emancipation is different from freedom. If you are free from your master, then you are free. But when you are emancipated, they are different things. You don't have any right. You're still under the subject of your master, no matter what he does. When you look at it, our people are even doing the same thing, because you see some people who have been very, very established in business. They are very, very big in their business. But each time you go to them, they still talking about my ogam. Using that word oga because it's psychologically it's still attached to oga who trained him. But it's respect. But then let me be honest with you, freedom is freedom. Britain have not left Nigeria. They have not. They have not. They are the problem that we have. They do everything illegal just to keep that thing that they created. The man came to their country, had a surgery, and never woke up. The queen, that dead witch that just died, signed a condolence message to Nigeria for the death of their president. It was all over. Metro, there was a newspaper called Metro that somebody sent for me from London then. In fact, the same day that it happened, they sent that Metro, and then it was all over. Then all of a sudden, he was not dead anymore. Abracadabra. By the British government. Shameless people. And since then, they have been doing everything to try to prove to the world that the man is alive. The man is dead. We know. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shocked them. It was the shock that he gave them when he made the announcement that they went to kill him in his house. Because for them, this is a top secret. How did he ever know about this? Hey, let's get rid of this guy. Oh, this guy is dangerous. Why Chineke Kobo? Where did he see? He was not even with you guys when the man died. He got the information from whatever source. The source is not important now for me, as far as I'm concerned. The source where he got the information from, hey, who told him? No, nobody told him. I don't know who told him. If somebody told him, well, God bless that person or whatever. He came out and he said he made the announcement. They shock. Remember that he had a meeting with the governors, and they has, given them his conditions, what he wants. Let's look at what he wants, the condition, things that he wanted. He's not asking it for Kanu's family. He wasn't asking it for himself. He was asking it for us, for his people. These are things I'm going to do. If you want me to drop this agitation, I will drop it on this one YY condition. They took it to Abuja. I think Abuja turned it down or whatever. But then what happened after that? He made the announcement that the man died. Chukwukika Abiyama told him that the man is dead, and he said it, gave a message. According to him, of course, he has to do it. That's his job. He was not he does not paint words. That is the funny thing about it. That's why people say he's insulting, he's doing people who know what they are doing. Let us use Jesus Christ, for example. Would you call him, would you say he's arrogant or he was arrogant? The man, because he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. You can call it we the lame men that don't even know anything. You can call it arrogancy. You can call it he's full of himself. But the truth is that he was saying what he was saying because he was looking at you like a fool. If he can say, go and tell that fox. Do you know what a fox? Herod. And he says, oh God, I say after God is this one. Even some people believe he was a God. But Jesus said, go and tell that fox. He called him a fox. And what here? Which is exactly what our leader Mazi Nnamdi does. He has no permanent friend. If you do the right thing, he will praise you. If you mess up, he's going to mess you up too, big time. No, you can't help to like him. I mean, is it not better for somebody to tell you are an idiot than for him to praise you when he knows that you are a fool, that you don't know anything? That is exactly the problem that we have. Many people that didn't believe what he was saying was based on the fact that, who is he? How can he come and tell me I'm foolish? I have PhD, I have JFK, I have FDR, whatever degree you have. And the man is calling you an idiot. So all of you will think that this man is very arrogant. You are wasting your time. He has special knowledge. I will tell you, I keep saying it and I keep on saying it, that real knowledge doesn't come out of the books. There are some of us who have been privileged to read books, but the knowledge is not there. The real knowledge is transmitted, whatever way. So this man is getting his information, he's passing it on to us. What right do I have? People don't think that is cool. I've been to a pastor. I was introduced to a church. I don't want to mention the name of the church. But I was introduced and I went there. The guy who took me there forced me to follow him because I told him I don't go to churches because they're all saying the same thing. He said, please, I want you to follow me, sir. I know how you think. I want you to listen to this person and tell me what you think. Lo and behold, against my will, I followed him. And there was this unkempt guy that came out, rasta hair. His English showed he's not educated. He's not, I didn't think, for me, I didn't even think he went beyond primary school. But my dear, when the guy said we should go, I said, no, I'm not going. He said, why? I said, no, hold on. Because this is an uneducated fellow. The knowledge that he had, what he was saying was like, where did he get this knowledge from? He's not educated, it's not book knowledge. So I decided to stay. That was many years ago. I went to visit the zoo and this happened. So when we were going, my friend said, what do you think about this guy? I said, if you are going to be a member of that church, please listen to him. He has too much knowledge. I don't know where the knowledge is coming from. And the guy said, the miracle. I said, no, I know nothing about miracle because the people that he was healing and teaching and doing whatever, I don't know those people in the past. So why do I have to believe that? What I know is that man there has a special knowledge that is coming from somewhere. So it's the same thing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's not the most educated person that you know. Forget about your PhD, your MSc, your FDR, whatever you have. Call it MUCM or whatever. He has special knowledge. He's dissipating it. Take it or leave it. God chooses whoever he wants to choose. He doesn't have to choose me because I have a very big church. He doesn't have to choose me because I have a large congregation. What we're trying to do is keep our ego. What is guiding us is the ego. The man there, if he's a man or if he's a woman, I don't know whether God is male or female or whatever it is, knows the people that he's giving messages to. You have to listen to this man. All you are doing, you are wasting your time. He has a mission. The mission has to be fulfilled. Look at Nigeria, for God's sake. It is going down so fast that is, I don't know how to describe it. The downward trend is so fast. The money is worthless. It's becoming so what? Do you think it's going to change? What do you think is happening? The man told you, by the time I'm done with you, Somalia will be a paradise. He is doing it. What if you in your don't that cough that is in your mouth, please swallow it. Or spit it out, I'm sorry. Don't swallow it because you are ashamed. The man has told us what he's going to do and he's doing it. You are running up and down. You are disobeying even your own courts. God, you are so confused. I know Binta Yako, wherever she is, she will say, thank God I'm out of this trap. Because she was stuck there. She was stuck in there. The government, I will follow the order of the court. I don't want to interfere in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, thinking that it's going to be game as usual. No. The Holy Spirit went into those people, those judges. The Spirit went into them. They even gave the judgment without even people knowing when they're going to do it. Because I know when the Spirit works on somebody, you are not going to sleep. You're going to come up there and open your mouth. You are not the one speaking. It's the Holy Spirit. Let this man go. He didn't do anything. That's it. It happened in the case of Jesus Christ. During the man came and said, get water, make I wash my hand. My hand not there inside. This man is you want to take him and kill him, but not me. I'm not ordering it. Because the Holy Spirit is speaking. When he speaks through you, you will say the truth. And later on ask yourself, did I really say? Do you guys think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a record of what he's saying? No, unless it's recorded. I took my time, he came to New York. I was the one giving him the microphone to talk. I was more interested in the way he talks than what he was, than himself as a person. I was watching him. The man never had a piece of paper in his hand. He never read from any book. All he does is turn around the table, look at the table, look down, turn around and start talking. Start talking. He is talking with great knowledge. These are the things you watch out in people. They are not ordinary. They are divine. Whether you like it or you don't, forget about the congregation you have in your church and copying what other people are doing. That's nonsense. The people like us, you are not impressing anybody. Like I said, I'm a Thomas. But when I see the truth, I speak it. When I see somebody who is doing what I cannot do, I say yes. They ask me, why don't you go to these churches? And I say, I don't go because I can do what they are doing. I can fake myself, stay there, bring people, do what they are. They are not doing anything. Nothing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing something. We see it. He does not have a congregation. He's not collecting tithe from anybody. He does not have a church. You just have people that follow him, people that think into their consciousness, deep down in their mind, and say, listen, this man is extraordinary. He needs to be listened to. Not just following somebody because somebody else is following the person. You will drop on the wayside. If you do that, if you are joining IPOB because your friend is in IPOB, you are going to drop. Go to Radio Biafra and listen. I am not saying listen to what I'm saying right now. I'm saying listen to his broadcasts. They are always there 247. You will learn a lot. Nobody goes there and listens to Nnamdi Kanu diligently and remain the same. It's not possible. I remember at the beginning, when we had this meeting with him, all he said was, you don't need to convince anybody. You don't need to preach to anybody. All you need to do, let them listen to me. Let them listen to, because no kuchineke. And that's the way it works. It was not, Ojukwu did the same thing. Was Iyke did the same thing. But he is different. Take it or leave it. That big pig in the creek that is making so much noise trying to be relevant. I remember him in my Goose program. When the Holy Spirit down on him and he spoke the truth. He said, we all started this, but Nnamdi Kanu has done more than all of us. Then all of a sudden, the same man has forgotten himself. He's talking. Satan has gone into him. It happens. Nnamdi Kanu told one of us, one of those who said, he said we should be listening to, like he has a radio. And they said to him, you are doing very well, but don't let Satan get into you. Of course, that is exactly what it is. When you think that the knowledge that you have gotten in that position where you can talk, you allow Satan to take control of you. That's all. Nobody is important in this thing that we are doing. If you know yourself, if you know what you're doing in IPOB, you can never feel important. Never. You are struggling. Ike. You are doing well. Yes, you're going about, doing what you think will bring this our quest to conclusion. Then don't let it get on your head. Don't, please. Because even Jesus, the Master Jesus, he said, what I do, I'm a messenger. God, my Father is the one doing all this. I am just his mouthpiece. So when you go there and you're walking, don't start to think that you have become somebody in IPOB because you open up. You're opening yourself up for that Satan to come in and take control of you. What is the case with DSS? DOS. I'm sorry, DOS and Chike Doziem. What are the people's problem? Ego. Why but it is him. It might be you tomorrow. Why you care? You do your bid and allow these gentlemen and people to work, to do what they are supposed to be doing, and they are doing it well. Even if they are not doing it well to the way you like it, deep down you are not assigned to that job. They are the ones that are assigned to the job. The master that gave them the job, when he comes, is going to ask them, what did you do with the thing I asked you? Nobody's coming to ask me or you or anybody. No, you are not there. They will ask them, what did you do? I had left my home for you. How did you do it? How did you run the home that I left for you? Nobody. Then you will smile. But do you know something? You are fooling yourself because these people didn't know what they are doing. They are not doing what they are doing is not of their own volition. I'm telling you the truth. There's a spirit that is guiding them what they are doing. They themselves cannot even explain what they are doing. I'm telling you. Mark it up somewhere. I want you to remember this broadcast, that those people you call GOS, Chike Doziem, they are not working on their own. They are being led. Even the lawyers that are going to court and coming out and speaking, they are under the divine guidance. Take it or leave it. All the broadcasters you see will talk, blah, 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 yeah, divine guidance. The moment you start letting it sink into your psyche that you are somebody, or you are important, then you have opened yourself to that negative force that will come in, because they are not playing. Satan is not sleeping, no. Can never sleep. Man, how can he sleep? He's there waiting at the corner. And one funny thing that he did to us is that we humans, he made us believe that he does not exist. He does exist. He is there. He's always hiding somewhere, waiting for opportunity, something to happen for that negativity to come in. So sometimes that's when it's good for you to be absolutely very quiet. Don't talk too much about what you're going to do. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't be distracted. So the people that are running this organization today, that Mazi Nnamdi is incarcerated, they are under the divine guidance. There is nothing any of us, you like it, you don't like it. I know the forces. I know how people have spoken to me about these people, but I keep telling them the same thing over and over and over. Stay away in that direction. It is not your thing. Don't get yourself involved, because you will feel insulted. Today it is happening. Most of them are being thrown out, suspended indefinitely, and they will keep agitating, but in the end, nothing. Making any sense to anybody. What you need to do, there's so much to do. If you're looking for something to do, believe me, there's so much to do in IPOB, but do not let it get into your head. You can only suggest. You can only say something. You can only mediate. Say what is right and leave the rest. You can't force anything. I know Irwanya and the rest of them, they were here. They came and gone. All of them. So it's a movement. It's like a movement. If you think that I'm going to join you because you think you are somebody in IPOB, no, it's not possible. Now only me waka come, and only you waka come, and only me go waka go. The day you are coming with nobody. So when you want to leave, you just leave. Then you leave. Don't make it look like as soon as you leave, everything is going to crumble. Nothing will crumble. Nothing. I keep saying it here. Nobody is important. Nobody is indispensable. The man that started this thing, Mazi Nnamdi, and that's the person that lured most of us into coming in because of what he's saying. Then there were other people that came in because of ego trip. They know how to do it better than the way he does it. The man told us, if you know how to do it, please come out and do it, and I will step aside. Nobody had been able to do anything, because when they come in, the first thing they tell you, I'm a follower of Nnamdi Kanu. I'm his disciple. I'm his brother. He sits in the next room and I sleep in the other room. I have met somebody like that a long time ago. And they tell us shop, where they do tailoring and things like that. I went in there. He happened to have from his language, I knew he was a Biafran, and I asked him, where are you from? He told me. I said, oh, okay. You are from Momoahia? Yeah, he goes, yes. Then the story went down to Nnamdi Kanu. He said, Nnamdi Kanu, that one, look at his house, look at my own. We chop on the same plate. We do this. I know him. He was just talking. And when you start talking like that, you knock me off. Because for you to lie, you have to really say something that probably is just like me coming from Newi and then telling you tomorrow that Igwe Rizu is my grandfather. He sleeps in the next room and I sleep on the other one, because I'm trying to lie. I want you to believe my lie. Those things are not important. I finally asked him, have you joined IPOB? He said, IPOB, I beg you, forget about that thing. When they give him money, you go. Later, months and months and months on end, I ran into him again. Now, I refused to talk about Biafra with him. He was pushing the conversation to go that direction, and I refused to get in that direction. Because these are people that thought that they knew we were wasting our time. However, I give them kudos, because when they come in, it's just like a native doctor who does not believe in the church. The day you force him into church and he believes in the church, believe me, he's going to be more Christian than all of you, because He had now seen something that he has that he feels that is beyond him. So people that come late, people that criticize at the end, they join IPOB. They are always very good people that join IPOB. There are some of them who come in and join the IPOB because they are ego driven. You know, they want to show that this is Onye Kaebo. I heard somebody like what's his name again? Rocha Sokorocha. Somebody was interviewing me. He said, whether it's an old interview or a new one, he said something that just made me, I just turned off the page. He said, we know that those people are our children. And we know that they are our children. But if they are going to bring Biafra, it's people like us that will talk. Look at him. Just tell me. As soon as he said that, I just turned it off. I said, they really. He thinks that he is so important. That's the importance that they give themselves. They wear that big jacket. Humility is a virtue. Humility. When you hear about humility, it looks simple, but my dear, for you to fight that ego, they call it ego. The moment you're able to brush it off your life, then you become somebody. But if you are this, without us, it can never happen. Without you, the world will continue. Nobody dies today and the world ends. No. You will die. 6 feet on the ground. The earth will eat you up. It does not matter how they 2 or 3 times, maybe in conversation, in passing. Somebody will just make mention of your name. But the truth is, I'm trying to say in a nutshell, is that don't let your ego get to you, because that is a problem. Somebody asked me a question on my program, was it yesterday? Say, what of those in America? What is the problem with you guys? And Well, it is not only in America, it's all over the world. In America, it's not only in IPOB, it is only every Igbo society. Go and check them and see how many they are. They never won, because everybody has an idea of what he wants to do. But in the end, he will spend the same time that the other man spent without doing anything except talk. Probably collect money here and there from people and embezzle what he can embezzle. Money is something that I'm not afraid of money, but I'm very careful when it comes to issue of money, because that is the way, that is the only place. The moment you join IPOB and you're joining IPOB because you think when you come there we're going to recognize you. What are they opening all the funds for? Fund this, fund that, fund the ESN, fund ego, money. Looking for money to embezzle. Why do we need 2 accounts if we have one that is working? Donald Trump says, if there's no problem, don't fix it. As soon as Uchemofo wanted to leave, as soon as they left, you see them, all their tentacles were growing. They came up, they want to take over Radio Biafra. Because for them it was a problem, but I see them coming. Like I said, if more, I see it coming. When they start calling these meetings, I say, hey, Warrior was I just was watching. They struggle to take this. The same people today have been suspended. I know the suspension even came late. As soon as this thing happened, people that were not in New York were coming from all the way from wherever they were to come to New York to organize IPOB in New York, to change officers. They are not, even in their own IPOB, they have not been able to run it very well. They have not been together. They don't have the power to do anything. As soon as this thing happened, all of them ran to New York. Oh, they're changing this person. Oh, they're bringing that person. Oh, but who are you? Because they always say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, you are not a member of the US. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a message, the message goes to his DOS, his deputies, not you. That cannot even, you are a coordinator in your own place. You can't even organize yourself. Then you are running to New York immediately. There are people in New York, IPOB, that are elders, that are supporters. They are not even financial officers. They are not officers. You did not consult any of them. You decided what you want to do. And all of a sudden, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us. He didn't tell you anything. You are not, you're just full of yourself. Your ego is the one that is talking to you. I'm important. When Mazi comes, it's me that drive him around. So what? Big deal. We find about small men in the corridors of power. That's what you are. You're just trying to be somebody that you are not. So what I'm saying this morning and about my talk this morning is that those of you out there, I'm going to repeat exactly what I said in the past, who think that our leader is not doing it well, please step aside. Leave us alone. We are the indigenous people of Biafra. Create your own name. Automatic people of Biafra, you can call it that. But you have nothing to do with us. We have nothing attached to you. Don't attach our name, our leader's name in whatever you are doing. You will not have any problem with us. There are many independent media houses out there. A lot of people have created their own media. They are doing their thing. We're not disturbing them. We're not. In fact, when they even, I listen to some of them. When they say something that makes sense, I put them on my program. Because we are not saying that Biafra must come through IPOB. Okay, if it comes through IPOB, so be it. That's what we think. Anyala Asia, we are not saying it egoistically. We are not trying to carry the ego. If you think we are not doing it well, please start your own organization. Leave us out of it. Don't put our name in it at all. Because we know what we want.
The UK can't let that happen. Because if the UK lets that happen, it has to start paying for the resources, of which all the oil that it gets now is given free.
Yes. That's part of it. That's the reason why they won't let go. And our people don't seem to understand. They do understand it actually. Like I said, the problem we have, the major problem that is driving us is the ego. How can Nnamdi be successful? People in Nigeria today that are suffering beyond economical suffering, not physical. I can't find food to eat. They are still out there criticizing Nnamdi Kanu. You know, they don't want to agree that that thing called Nigeria is sham, is gone. But I'm happy. There are some of us, there are people that out of frustration, they are beginning to understand that this man had been right all along. He had never told us anything that didn't work out. He is not a prophet, that he told us that. I am not a prophet, but what I am is that I dissipate messages that I get. When I get messages, I bring it down to you guys and let you do the judge, be the judge. Today, we have seen that the man has always been right. He has never, it's not falsified. It's not somebody who has lied to us. He is somebody who has proved to us that whatever he says goes. We are IPOB.
Headed some people from Enugu to God knows where, maybe to go and kill them. And you have governors, you have political leaders, you have those who aspire to high office. They are all there. No. And we are not going to stop. I want the world to understand me very clearly. We are not going to stop. It doesn't matter what it takes. It doesn't matter how many lives they extinguish. It doesn't matter the genocidal tendencies they bring with them into our land. We are not going to stop. Everybody listening, everybody watching, everybody remotely interested in justice and peace must understand this. Our destination is freedom, and that very place we're heading to is Biafra. And nobody, no soul on this earth can stop us. Instead of Biafra not to come, we all perish. I want our adversaries, our enemies to understand this very, very clearly. We are not going to retreat, not one iota, not 1 inch, because Biafra must come. Because the hatred have continued to this very day. As I'm speaking and addressing all of you right now, they are still arresting, extrajudicially murdering people in our land, people who are alien to our culture, our way of life, our tradition. They are in our land directing their people to slaughter, to kill without mercy.
Yes, this is part of the thing that we're talking about. This is exactly what's going on in Biafra land. We are not going to relent. They are wasting their time and their energy trying to stop what we are doing, because it's not going to work. We are diligent. We are strong. We are resolute. We are IPOB. There is nothing anybody can do. The indigenous people of Biafra, name created out of nowhere. You say you can't create something out of nothing. We did. Now, Nnamdi Kanu got inspired. But Chukwu Okike Abiyama gave him a name, the indigenous people of Biafra. The spirit is with us. When I say us, I mean us in the sense of the word US. Those of us who are dedicated to what we are doing. Not the ego-driven people that came in to be part of what we are doing because they think that they can see that there's hope somewhere, even though they don't believe in the hope in the sense that they are coming in to join us to do what we have to do. No, they are coming into us because they think that this thing is looking. What is my position? Let me go in there and take a position now before the whole thing eludes us. I'm not going to sit on the fence and don't be part of what is happening. Our leader, before he got abducted, let me go back there before I open up the line because I know some people want to make calls. He said something to us, which my brother, my colleague, my brother, my friend, Elochukwu wrote it out, diligently copied out what our leader said to us. And that message, like I said before yesterday, I'm going to keep repeating that message over and over for us. For those of us who did not have the privilege, and the broadcast itself, I'm looking for it, when I'm able to get it out on this program. Say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's last statements before Nigerian government kidnapped him in Kenya. He was kidnapped, abducted, extraordinary renditioned back to the zoo by an illegal government supported by Great Britain. The same Great Britain who suspended or seized the Nigerian aircraft that tried to abduct Umaru Diko from their country. But when it comes to us, it's different. When it's a referendum for us, they cry. But they are practicing the same thing, confederation in their own country. They are doing exactly what we want. Scotland, those people in confederation. But when Ojukwu go on decide confederation, this same Britain that what's his name, Peter Obi went to declare he wants to be president of Nigeria, and you guys sit down there jumping and thinking he's going to do anything for you. Now the same people. Now the same people that you see. So there's no difference between Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. There's no difference between Atiku Abubakar and Tinubu. They are all one and the same thing. Youths of the nation, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stop thinking like normal people. Because there is nothing this man can do. Nigeria cannot be fixed by any single human being. Chukwu Okike Abiyama has ordained that home shall be destroyed, and it's already being destroyed because there's nothing called Nigeria. This is British creation, something that they created to be able to steal your money and haunt you, and you are still believing it in. Let me read out from our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, last statement before Nigerian government kidnapped him. He said, and I quote, "I commit my hands unto thee, O Lord. I have done my part. It's time to start the journey. The rest of the world belongs to you, O Chukwu Okike Abiyama. The day ahead is very dangerous. It will be the most difficult day in this struggle. Many of you will be brought over, and many of you will fall out. Many of you will be brought over, and many of you will fall out. The foundation of IPOB will shake. Many things will start hanging, but we shall overpower them. They will start creating many groups to attack IPOB foundation, and many people will die." He went ahead to say, "For some of you who will overpower this temptation, you have been chosen to do this work." He asked us to pray with the book of Psalms. He went ahead to say, after praying these Psalms, unimaginable things will begin to happen. He also said that he will be on the war front to lead the very battle. He encouraged us to follow his instructions and be prayerful and strong so that we will overpower this heavy storm. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw it all. He saw it coming. He predicted it. Today, where are we? Has his prediction not come true? Many groups, let me read this again. He said he asked us to pray the book of Psalms. Yes. They will start creating many groups to start IPOB, to shake IPOB foundation. And many people will die. They will die. Because the word of Chukwu Okike Abiama cannot be challenged by any human being. Nobody created human being can stop what we are doing. We are here dedicated to what we are doing, and what we are doing, what we are questing for is Biafra. And Biafra is what we are going to get. Regardless of what you think, regardless of what you feel, regardless of what might happen. We see them today. They want to create parallel groups. They call themselves autopilot. That's what some of them choose to answer. We have no problem with the name. But what we have the problem with is associating yourself with IPOB. That's the problem. You have the right to answer whatever name you want. Our leader already told us. For those of us who listen, this prayer that he prayed, I am looking for that tape. Wherever I can get it, I'm looking at my collection to see if I can find it. I want to air it back to you. And I want you to think. Not just air it and listening to it. No, think about what he said. That many will die. And of course, it is happening. It has not even started. This is just preamble. He is going to lead from the front. Where is he today? He is not in the battlefield with gun and bullets. No. He is in DSS dungeon. Pushing those forces, those invisible forces, Umuchineke, that is heavenly hosts are with him. Those are forces are more potent than any bomb, any atomic bomb anywhere. He is praying, he is having time to pray. That's why when people complain about him not being healthy, not being that, it doesn't mean anything to me. Because I know the forces that with him, the spirit that dwells within him, they are able to remove any kind of sickness. If you know what I'm talking about. He is there potentially sending out those forces, those invisible forces, those forces that will make them do what they don't even know they are going to do. Why do you think the judges sat down in court, an appeal court, and just gave their judgment? Haven't you heard it? They turned down Victor Yako, brought down 7 of the counts. What did they do? They went to court, to appeal court, to fight, or to bring back the 7. And the appeal court removed even the 8 that is left. These are the forces. These are forces beyond our control. The same way that they are doing it is the same way that they will dissipate all the people that are involved in that are putting their hands in what we are doing. The truth remains that Biafra is here to stay. And there is nothing anybody can do to stop us. I listened to Effiong yesterday, this bold and courageous lawyer from Biafra. He's a Biafran from Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibom is Biafra, whether they like it. Anybody who said Akwa Ibom is not Biafra should step aside and go to live in Sokoto. Because Cross River, Akwa Ibom, the so-called Niger Delta, that's meaningless. Niger Delta is where sand. I'm not saying that the people are meaningless, but the name doesn't make any sense. It's just rubbish that is created by the same British people to be able to take over our land, but they will not succeed. Let me listen to this young man because I enjoyed him yesterday. I listened to him yesterday, and he is too much. He is too much, honestly. And when people like this talk, I will listen. That's hope.
To regulate social media, I would never be part of that.
Inebe, there was something you said earlier
when you refer to the Eastern Security Network. I hope you are not justifying violence by any group inside Nigeria, because one of the bases for the objection of the federal government to Twitter is that Twitter has become a platform inside Nigeria for a particular separatist movement within the country. And then you were, waxing lyrical about the Eastern Security Network, the ESN, the militant wing of the IPOB. If you could just clarify your position on that before we move on.
I totally oppose. I totally deprecate and condemn unreservedly the killing of policemen, the burning of police stations, the carnage that is going on in the East. I do not believe that we should divide the country. At the same time, we cannot criminalize what ordinarily should be an exercise of the right to self-determination. Eastern Security Network, whatever they are doing, I do not endorse it. But the point I am making, Dr. Bati, is that we should not be addressing these matters on the surface. Let us go to the roots. What led to the Eastern Security Network? Did Nnamdi Kanu just start with this group? They started by marching, carrying flag, going on the street, protesting. What was the response of the Nigerian state? What was the response of the Buhari regime? They deployed Operation Python dance. The Python was dancing on the lives of the people of the Saudis. People were being killed. People were being slaughtered. They were being attacked. They were not even allowed to protest, even when they charged him for treasonable felony, even when they had filed charges before Justice Nyako at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The military, in a so-called democracy, invaded the house of Nnamdi Kanu, desecrated the palace of his father, who was a traditional ruler. You cannot have that in a decent country. So as we condemn the killing of policemen, the burning of police, the burn of stations and INEC offices, we must admit that this regime, this government, takes responsibility for the resort to violence by the group known as Eastern Security Network. If we are not truthful about these things, Dr. Bassi, we will continue to see history repeat itself. Boko Haram started when Mohammed Yusuf was extrajudicially killed. Have we learned any lesson as a country? The answer is no. We are still resorting to primitive, draconian ways of responding to civic agitation. When people are protesting, you engage them, you talk to them. That is why you say you are running a democracy. You don't kill them. You don't deny them of the right to protest. But we keep saying IPOB, and what the president said, he would speak to them in the language that they understand. These people have not recovered. The people of Eastern Nigeria, the Igbos in particular, they are still going through the agony of the civil war. And you are saying you teach them the language they understand? What is the language of the civil war?
But there's an argument, and I like your comments on that argument, that the president's remarks were taken out of context. Those he was referring to were the armed groups who have forgotten the pains of the Southeast during the Civil War. The armed groups who are going around torching Nigerian infrastructure belongs to us, INEC infrastructure, for our democracy. That comment was made to a specific cadre of criminals. So those who leapt to their defense were wrong-footed, including Twitter, who did not take time to appreciate the broader context of that remark before deleting the tweet. Now, should Twitter have approached the Nigerian government, because this is a sovereign state, before deleting that tweet? I want your take on that. And also the general global move towards social media regulation. The US government, the US House of Representatives actually has 4 bills right now in the offing to restrain social media giants about utilizing user data, buying other platforms. I grant you, none of them is trying to restrain or censor the actual posts that individuals make. But there is a general sense that social media giants are too big for their britches. Your comments?
Do you know, as I speak today, Nigeria does not have a data protection law, embarrassingly enough. Because you are citing the example, and that is why I'm saying, when we make these comparisons, we must look at the peculiarity of these countries. There is no single one data protection law in Nigeria today, not even one. not even one that protects the data of Nigerians. We don't have. We do not have. Now, you make, the point that the president's comment was taken out of context. The only person or persons who took the president's comment out of context is the president and Lai Mohammed. Nigerians understood what he said. I personally understood what he said. The context in which he said it was clear. He didn't just stop at that. He didn't say he was referring to the armed groups. No. When you look at it objectively, when you look at it in context, because he said that they have businesses all over the country. Is it IPOB that has businesses all over the country? Does IPOB have business in Kanu, in Sokoto, in Zamfara, in Benue, in Kwara, in Ogun, in Cross River? They don't. Does the security network have businesses all over the country? The answer is no. Buhari was referring to the Igbos. We can admit it, we can pretend about it. His body language has been clear. He started by saying you cannot treat 93 and 5% equally. We have seen how he has marginalized the Igbos. No Igbo is represented in the National Security Council. Look at the nepotism. So when we are saying his comment was taken out of context, are we also saying that his nepotistic appointments, his clearly sectional appointments are also taken out of context? Because this is a president that has a pedigree, a shameful pedigree, an unfortunate pedigree of favoring a section of the country that has polarized this country as never before. So that is not a president that you will tell me spoke at that people are taking him out of context. He was clear on what he meant. In any event, we have had the so-called herdsmen or the so-called armed Fulani herdsmen committing killing people across the country from the north to the south. Has he spoken to them? Because in your interview with him, he made reference to what Governor Tom said, that the Governor Tom said is Fulani and that he cannot deny it. Not all Fulanis are criminals. But as Buhari spoken to his kinsmen, the ones that are criminals, the ones that are armed, in the language that they understand, the answer is no. We want language as they've been speaking to them. Language of encouragement, language of endorsement, ruga, settlement, dressing routes, and so on and so forth. Despite that governors have rejected these divisive policies, Buhari is still trying to force it on the throat of Nigerians. He has not addressed the killings by the herdsmen. Has he spoken to bandits in the language that they understand? For the last 6 years, the answer is no. Rather, Gumi is advocating amnesty. School students are being kidnapped. Just yesterday, people were praying in Zaria against kidnapping. Buhari has not spoken to kidnappers in the northeast, the northwest, in the language that they understand. He has also not spoken to Boko Haram and ISWAP in the language that they understand. But suddenly, he now knows the language that IPOP will understand. I do not think that is how to run a country whose unity you are willing to kill for. I do not think how to run a country that is...
Why? Radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station. You're listening to this is Radio Biafra.
We are not like other people. Because as I once reminded you before we came, there was nobody like us. Now that we are here, they pretend, they copy, they emulate, they fabricate falsehood. But they can never be like us. Long after we are gone, they will wish we lived forever. IPOB is very special. Exceptionally special. The largest mass movement in the whole world bar none. And we did it because Chukwokika Abiyama is with us. We did it because Chukwokika Abiyama created IPOB himself. And we are here to pilot its affairs. We will not prevaricate. We will not stop. We will not slumber until Biafra is fully restored to its former glory. Anybody in doubt as to our resilience and our determination to restore Biafra is not only mistaken, not only misguided, but needs to see a psychiatrist. Because we are not stopping. I am Nnamdi Kanu and I don't stop until I get what I want.
Alright, welcome to another live broadcast. Like I said before, I have a breaking news here before when I finish this, where the callers can now come in. So just have to be patient. I can see they want to start calling, but unfortunately we have to read this breaking news out. It says, finally, they have apprehended a criminal from Iseke, our mama, Gaius, one-man squad. That's what he calls himself. He was in possession of 4 million naira and some foreign currencies. He confessed of working for Simon Ekpa. He stole many cars from his fellow Igbo brothers, burnt many cars of those who refused to pay him ransom for burial and bullet money, and killed many Igbos in Olu for refusing to pay ransom when kidnapped, bringing a bad name to our mama town and the IPOB/ESN because of all his criminal operations. With his gangs, he claimed to be ESN, but working for Simon Ekpa. Peace is about to return to the once lovely community of our mama Olo. All right, the lines are open for you. This is just a piece of news that came in that I need to. Let's see, there's another one here. It says, attention, attention. If you are IPOB member and you are resident in Lagos State or in Biafra land, and you have any contact with Pastor Jack Chigozie Anselm Nwosu, that was expelled from IPOB early this year, kindly change your location and telephone numbers. Since his arrest by the Nigerian IRT DSS last month, Pastor Jack is currently leading the Nigerian IRT police team to abduct innocent IPOB members from their home. Currently, they have arrested 2 IPOB members whom he took the security operatives to effect their arrest. He also took them to Uguta and Izombe to effect some arrests which have caused some problems in Izombe. But one of the most pathetic one is he took police to the home of Elder Okuma Okongu in Lagos, and he was abducted from his home on 7th of November 2022 morning, and report has it they have transferred Elder Okuma Okongu to Abuja this morning. This elder is just a sympathizer of Biafra, and worst part is that this man is hypertensive and asthmatic patient, and they took him away without his medication. Warning to all IPOB members in Biafra land, kindly keep away from those people expelled from IPOB because of criminality or because of being an infiltrator. They are causing more damages on ground. As soon as they are arrested, they now taking police to the homes of more IPOB members they knew before they were expelled. Be wise. Don't forget we are at war with the zoo. This is very, very important. You have to be very sure. Anybody who is expelled, please isolate yourself. I said before, now me alone waka come and you alone waka come. Don't follow. We came out here because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's quest for freedom, for our freedom. We found out that he's doing it the right way. That's why most of us have followed him. I cannot just follow somebody who is an officer because he's been expelled from IPOB. No. The person that where I follow come, na me alone waka come for Nnamdi Kanu. And then if Nnamdi Kanu appoint somebody to become the person that will take charge when he's away, I have no reason for not following that person diligently, for not supporting the person. Whether whatever he's doing is against my personal interest does not really matter. What matters is that they have been appointed and they remain appointed until the man who appoints them comes back and said they are de-appointed. They are no more appointed. I don't know if that English language is right, but what I know is that when they appoint them, we follow them. Follow them until the man who brought them there comes out to say they are no more working for me. The same thing. It has not, we had a deputy now. All of us were obligated to him, obliged to him. We were following. He was the one that we knew. We never even went to the Oga, to Nnamdi Kanu. We followed them. But the day Oga say they are not working anymore, all of us turned back. Say, oh yeah, we are not dedicated to any single person. So what we are saying in a nutshell is that do not be insubordinate. Do not let your ego overtake you, no matter who you are. You have to understand that now you alone waka come. And when you go, now you alone go waka go. Like me, like anybody else. All right, the lines are open for you. Make your calls. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Call us.
And the microphone. You don't tell when we dey fight for this freedom. You don't tell when we dey fight for this freedom. All we need is the referendum. 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 Tell me what to do, tell me what you do, tell me what you see, tell me what you see, tell me what you know. When we talking about the referendum, I see, I have to go for long. We never become a slave for long. Back in the days, you know what's up. But because of who you do, the focus you come out. I remember when my father they tell me about the war. When I didn't spend so much money just to create. Success in one way, typically go man. You don't tell when we dey fight for this freedom. You don't tell when we dey fight for this freedom. All we need is the referendum. 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 You don't tell when we dey fight for this freedom. To put the gun on my eye and I be on. Oh, rescue your children. Even if I can't tell what make we know make all these politicians strong. No mind never just come around, no promises, never not add to never see anything after the election. No election in Biafra land. We go sit at home, daddy.
All right, we're still talking about it. All we're asking for is referendum. For us, election is fake. It's fake and fake and fake and fake. And for you youths, I am warning all of you to start thinking like normal people. You have a country that has no president. All the people campaigning for this election, they know that Nigeria has no president. The president have died in 2017. He died, he passed on. There's nothing wrong with somebody dying. People die every day. But they are using his name, and all of you, why don't one of you just get up there and ask these people that are campaigning instead of jumping around and going to hurt yourself? Because you go out there, hoodlums will take advantage of it. Somebody might hurt you for nothing because Nigeria is fake, will remain fake, and nothing will bring it back. Nothing. Somebody, I listened to an interview yesterday asking somebody, what if Nnamdi Kanu comes out now and joins politics? The person is dreaming. Okay, well, maybe he should go and check himself for malaria because Nnamdi Kanu can never join politics. Politics now, he could have been there before they even raided his home in Afaruku Ibeku. This is a man that he has worked for all these people. You see, when we see people, we look at them with what we see, but we don't know their history, we don't know their past, we don't know what they have gone through. Some people say they are working diligently, they are studying, they are doing so many things, so many researches. And when Chukwu Okike Abiyama thinks that it is time, they will ordain them and give them the power to do what they have to do. What is the history of Jesus Christ? You don't even know his history. Nobody knows. I don't know. You don't know. But as long as let's go by the Bible, which has a record. The last time I heard about him was when he was like 12 years old in the synagogue teaching, right? After that, nothing else. And we started hearing about him when he started performing his miracles in his 30s. Between, where was he? Where did he go? What was he doing? What was he? What happened? Anything that you or me say is speculation. You are not sure. So to tell you that people don't just come out overnight and become superstar. No. They're doing something somewhere. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not different. He told us recently, do you know how I worked for all this? I campaigned for P2B. I did for APGA. I was the chairman of APGA in London. Did we know this? No. After that, what has he been doing? Praying. And Chukwu Okike Abiyama said, it is you. I know your heart. I know the way you think. I am going to be with you. You are going to do this. You're going to liberate my people. That's why he's doing what he's doing. You can believe it. You don't have to believe it. No, it's your priority. But you know, most people like this, people will never talk about Moses when he was alive. I don't think nobody spoke about him. Jesus, when he was alive, nobody. They will try to kill him. They will try to do all kinds of things. The majority will be against him. But eventually, he will die, and then people will talk about him, whether they like it or they don't like it. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on principal access line. Caller, good morning. Yes, welcome to the good morning. Ndewo. Mazi
Chukwu Abiyama bless you. Our people, Chukwu Abiyama goes in your family. Mazi, I'm calling from Jos. That is your country.
Okay.
Mazi, I'm going to this radio today. Like open Holanda make sure now, the Pastor Jack and the rest. That are going to let you know. No one to radio a mouse I kita. Otan we no kita to otan no now that babuna. You know that Sunday strong maybe leadership in my brother. Ni chore po maybe po godu no so we no mean to give more like or you know. The leadership join with Nigeria Zoo police and army. We did go around. It wasn't like Boa or the good. I don't good because we are getting the player now. Our leader. Who is somebody? This guy Amat. This guy I say he was Ricky Amat. No, we're in that area. We don't know. Okay, I can see. Although Kajeji Mazi be Osirapia. No, they make a big deal with Chegaria. Because you remember buying. Now you better be buying now, my brother. Abuzuri knows. Abuzuri knows. The leadership. Now, our people number and I be kidnapping and out everywhere. Before I don't even start eating they will and the rest. They are but everywhere now. Now, causing
Hold on. You are talking philosophically. More I just go straight to the point. Tell me what you're saying, because I don't really understand you, to be honest. I don't want to cut you off, but just say what you want to say. Be calm. Say, give me your message. Then I will take it from there. Then I know how to respond to you appropriately. No. What is your point? Just go straight to your point, please.
My point here. My point here. You know, now when Nigeria, all our people there.
Okay.
My point here.
Okay.
Because now, no. What came on our side? Say okay, Daniga.
Yes.
This is a struggle now. We only struggle now. Our people, now. So actually go to your program. I love your program. When you go program, I love it. Come I don't know now. I need my so the money there. people that make the money there. Why they say more leader putara? It's what your job. You know our leader. Kabula somebody may measure here and measure you now. Or the president another Nigeria. But somebody must as a president of Nigeria now destroy this country. Everybody make sure everybody. Mazi, may Chukwu ma bless you. May Chukwu ma bless you even as for this struggle. And know what to do this evening, this afternoon. God bless you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. I'm telling you, I'm almost lost in what you were saying, but I try to understand. I'm trying to figure out, because if you call this radio and you want to tell me something, go ahead and say it. Be straight about it. Don't be philosophical. Don't leaving me to decipher what you want to say, because if you say something and you want to be philosophical about it and allowing me to decipher it, I would have probably change what your thoughts are. I'm not in your mind. I don't know what you're thinking. When I spoke about Jack, the news that they sent in, that these people have been dismissed, what we are saying is that if you are dismissed from the organization, go ahead, do your thing, but the word "but" it follows it in the sense that if you go out there and start giving out the names of the people that were working with you, that is sabotage. You have become a real enemy. If you go in and mind your business, just stay there, but don't go. If they come to you, tell them you don't know what they are talking about. You're not willing to take anybody or go anywhere with anybody. You're not willing to tell anybody anything. Then they will leave you alone. But if you become the person that they will be using, they'll be running up and down, taking them to point our people, that's not right. That is not correct. That is wrong. So that is what I'm trying to say. And what is creating all this problem is that because you are insubordinate. If you're nobody is indispensable in IPOB. If you are not able to do what you're told to do, you'll be laid off. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to the program. Good morning from here.
Yeah, my name is Mazi Iyke. I'm calling from France. This morning, I want to add more what you already said. Yes, one or two things. Number one, if any, this is to our the coordinator or the coordinate group, because they cannot say being sensitive to observe these things. Because I have observed it, but I want to say it in the radio, then they can correct it to a correction. Because there are some people, they will join us, and they later learn they will just dismiss themselves without even offending them through our people. They just voluntarily and they stop coming to, they will say they don't want to become part of the IPOB again. Then they will go and join all those groups. When they join all those groups, anytime when all those groups disappoint them, they will try to come back again, to come and they try to start paying money and they also taking new oaths again. Please, we need to take the time to investigate very well and know all those people that they are causing havoc for us, that they can able to not to cause any problem to us again and not to come into our home and cause more harm. That's the only thing I want to say this morning. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. All right, thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra USA too. Like I said before, people can go, people can come. The difference is that if you go or if you're dismissed, stay dismissed. Just be calm about it. Don't let your anger and your ego drive you into trying to endanger the lives of the people that were working with you. That is not right. So this is what the question of this Jack and the rest of them that we spoke about this morning. Somebody sent us a news. This is what this guy is doing, that they have already taken somebody from Lagos to Abuja based on the information that he gave them. I don't know what is the truth. I don't know if it's the truth, but if it is the truth, it is not right. It is very, 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 very wrong. If you don't want to be in the organization or you have been dismissed, just quietly. Is this if I Does it really, are we doing it for money? Are we doing it on salary? We are voluntary. They call it freedom fighting. It's not a lucrative business that you think. Our leader even said it from the beginning. Now, a poor man had a freedom fighting because any year ago he will fall for victim of money and then which is very correct, because when you see freedom fighters building hotels and becoming rich overnight, then up going for name, because he's not supposed to be rich in the first place. Whatever money he should get should go into the fighting that he's doing, so that he will not be able to be rich when the people that he's fighting for don't even have food to eat. All right, let me see. I have a call coming in. Let me take this one. Hola, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling. Turn down, please. Turn down your listening device, please. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much, Mazi Iyke, and good afternoon to you from where, Mazi. My name is Desmond, and I'm calling you from Italy, Mazi. Mazi Iyke, I want to thank you for your good work. What I called in to do, Mazi, is just to give out the numbers for Biafrans. To encourage, first of all, to encourage Biafrans on the need for us to continue to support ESN, and also to give out our numbers for those of us Biafrans in Europe and also Biafrans in the continent of America, so that nobody is going to say he's not aware or he doesn't know or he was a thief. Right channel. So legitimately through the approved channel by HODDOS, people must understand that at this critical stage of our struggle, that we cannot afford to do things in a wrong way. The point of the matter is that, Mazi Iyke, your topic is that if you are in a movement like IPOB, you don't come with the mentality of the usual, let me use the word, Igbo movements around the world. Because IPOB is a freedom fighting movement, and if you come in with such mentality, automatically, no matter how long you stay, one day you will surely fall. Like they say that IPOB does not really change people. IPOB reveals who you are. When you come, you see the code of conduct, you see the structure on ground, and you have to follow it. If you don't follow it, and at the end of the day, you are dismissed, and then you go to become a saboteur to our people, well, it's less for them. But what I mean is that our people have to be very, very careful with who they interact with, who they do things with, because as for Nnamdi, when you are in the enemy's hand, so our people must understand the need for all this thing and be very, very careful how they give out information, because sometimes that's why they say our leader always say everybody is a suspect till we enter Biafra. Your fellow comrades can change tomorrow. This freedom fight, it can change tomorrow. So that's the point. So if you are not careful today, and tomorrow that comrade change, well, you might be what you are saying. Because those people, this man now is giving their information in their IRS office where he was arrested. I think they gave him much trust earlier time. It's not that you will not do with your comrade, but you'll be careful. You'll be very, very careful, because this struggle now is going in the way, we are now in the last stage of it, and this is the most dangerous stage. So everybody will have to be, because Nigeria is unleashing everything they have, all their money, all their tactics, all their everything, and we are standing very, very resolutely and strongly to confront and match them head on. So our comrades must be very, very careful. It is very, very important. We are going to use what is happening and warn others on the future. That is the most important thing. So for Biafrans in Europe, you are a Biafran, we are in Europe, we urge you to call on these numbers from IPOB national body, done by IPOB national coordinator of Italy, and it is the number for you to call, and you will be directed on the appropriate channel to support ESN. And the first number is, your country of domicile does not matter, remember, because you can get them on WhatsApp and Signal, and also mail. that I say Biafra is not IPOB. The security and the defense of Biafra land is collective effort. Even if you are not in IPOB, you will support ESN, because in Biafra land, there is no bush, there is no place that is marked IPOB. It's Biafra land, and what we are defending is Biafra land. So the first number is +39 3510046055. This is IPOB National Coordinator number in Italy, and the second is +39 371 304402. This is IPOB National PRO number in Italy. Biafrans in Europe, if you call any of this number, they will direct you on the appropriate to support ESN according to the country of your domicile here in Europe. And in the continent of America also, we have Tina, known as Dr. Money also, and the number is +1 682 552 3333. I'm going to repeat: +1 682 552 3333. Dr. Tina, known as Dr. Money, you are in the continent of America. You call her and she will be directed on the appropriate channel to support ESN. People must be needful this time and be very, very cautious what we do in this struggle. Even if you are in a group, sometimes like a Mazi Iyke who said sometimes they will not come to you from home. Biafrans in home, they might use their agent in diaspora to calibrate you with $100, $200, and the rest of them, and you give out information that is very, very sensitive, and what you see is another thing. So people must be very, very careful, please. Thank you, Mazi Iyke and Elohim bless you from here.
There we go. All right, thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra, USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. In the past, we've been talking about Buhari dying, and people are trying to cover up, pretending as if they don't know. Today, a lot of people are speaking the truth, speaking the way they think, even though philosophical, like exactly what I was telling somebody. If you call the radio and you want to make a point, go straight to the point. Forget about being philosophical or trying to hide anything. Say it the way it is. That's what they teach us. If you're a member of IPOB, our leader has taught you that if you do Goya, the heavens will not fall. Say it the way it is. Don't try to paint it. The nearest person in the back should kill me. What is saying that I am going straight to the point. I am telling you exactly the way things are supposed to be done, and that's the way it's going to be done. So let's listen to this guy, because this is a fellow. I don't really know his name. I was trying to get his name, and he said something about Buhari's government. And after listening to this, if you still believe that there's somebody called Buhari, then you have a serious problem. You need to get your head examined, because there must be something wrong with you. Listen to this.
It's not about sentiments. It's that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. I said I want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team, and I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on the issue of Boko Haram. I interrogated him. He's in this government right now. And what was the issue? Boko Haram. And this senior officer was actually let go because he was found culpable. But right now he's in the government. You see, we must say the truth, because if you don't, this country is going down the precipice. We have been set back more than 60 years right now. We've gone back to the time before 1966 now. And whoever is coming back to repair this country has a lot of work to do. This country has never been polarized, so we cannot run away from it. We have never been this much polarized. I'm a federal person. My mind is federal. My brain is federal. My loyalty is federal. I do things for the federal government. So I cannot come here and try to be sentimental. No, I'm a federal person.
So will your life be at risk now that they're hearing you?
I don't care. I don't care. And my colleagues, they know me. Those people that listen to me, they know me. I don't care. The issue is that this country is bigger than an individual. That is the issue. This country is bigger than individuals. Buhari will come and go. Eliminating me or killing me will not solve the problem. Will not add value. But he will come and go. And somebody must come and repair the damage to the psyche of this society. The damage to the polarization, to the nepotism that I've never seen in my life. I work with all these presidents. This is the worst situation I've found myself. And believe me, internet does not forget. I was part of the people that helped to bring Buhari to government because I believe in him.
Have you worked with the government after that? After you helped bring the government?
Oh, of course, I worked with him. We brought him in 2015, and I work as the Deputy Director of Defense Administration, and we have a lot of hope in him, and we actually are ready to do anything for him. What he has turned out over the years is shocking to us.
He's dead, that's why.
I was in Harvard in 2014, in December, when the Department of State Services and CIA and others were contemplating about Buhari and other aspirants. I know what we did to convince the American government that the only person that can come and put this country right is Buhari. That was before the Lagos APC, before the truce with them.
Right.
And that was how Tinubu came in. We know what we did, but what he has done in the past 6 years is shocking.
It's not him.
It's unprecedented. And it should not be allowed to be swept under the carpet because the damage to the psyche of this country is monumental. We talk state services and
all right, that's the reason why I air that is for you to think. I want to give you something to think about it secretly, because seriously, because we are not joking here. When we say something, we mean what we say. There is nobody. The man said what he did after the 6 years. He was the one of the people that put him in office, and the person that they're saying after 6 years down the line is not the same person that he put in office. Of course, it's not. The man that you put in office was Muhammad Buhari, and he died. He just died, and they played their game, and then they brought in somebody who is not Buhari. So what do you expect? That is what the country they call the zoo is all about. Today, a lot of people are canvassing, they want to become president, and you are out there jumping out, wasting your time, your energy, trying to fix something that is unfixable. Nigeria cannot be fixed. It is already a messed up society that has been messed up completely, and nobody, not a single person, can fix it. Because what is happening to Nigeria is because it's the problem of whatever I would say about Nigeria is that it is a society that has been so messed up by the British creation. British people created Nigeria for their purpose. Rather than accept that they have failed, they are still struggling. Like my brother just said, this is the last phase of our struggle. The thing is coming to an end. All you need to do is be very careful, because it's not everybody that calls himself IPOB is IPOB in the spirit. Our leader said something very important. He said, I need only 100 people. Out of millions of people, he wants just 100, because he knows that many will fall on the wayside. Many. Marathon. when you start, there are thousands of people trying to do the job. But by the end of the rope, it's about 2 or 3 that come out victorious. So many are called, but few are chosen. That's what it's all about. We know that Biafra is going to be here, but it requires dedication. It requires that you are chosen. If you are not chosen by the Spirit, by Chukwokika Abiyama, you cannot be in this place. One way or the other, you will fall out, because Satan will still have a place to get into you and make you start being insubordinate, make you full of yourself and think that because you are somebody. It has nothing to do with your age. It has nothing to do with how educated you are. It has nothing to do with whether you are a doctor, a PhD, or whatever you are. No. It has to do with that spirit, that divine spirit that God chooses, whom He grants that knowledge, that inspiration. Not just because you are what you think you are, that will make you become part of this. No, you cannot be part of it until you are chosen. When you are chosen, and you'll be very, very more dedicated to it. I'll take a very short recess and I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Don't go away, please.
Biafra
back again on seat. The lines are still open. 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. All right, I have a call coming in on WhatsApp line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, sir. Mazi Iyke.
There we go.
There one mother. I don't come sorry my him.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
So because one of them do buy na mam ya usubu ha na dimpa.
You've not told us. You have told us your name. Introduce yourself, please.
Sorry, my senior brother. I'm Mazi Iyke. I'm from Sweden.
Okay, welcome to the program.
Thank you. I hail from Mbano, Biafra land.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to buy a man now, somebody put on a structure. Instead of you to respect the structure and follow the structure, you say no, it's to destroy it.
Okay.
I don't know what is our problem. Believe me, that is why we have been suffering and suffering and suffering. Some of them want to be a leader by armies. I came into this struggle because of I'm a Biafra. I was born in Biafra, and because of Mazi Nnamdi.
Yes.
They were myself, and they were interested in myself. So because what they are doing, I did not trust Mazi Iyke then. But today we are finding somebody who says this is the way, and this is the way to achieve Biafra, and he's doing it.
Yes.
So I don't know why people are just trying to create problem, challenges somewhere. So I say I want to greet all the whole Biafrans and lovers of freedom. I say you people also who are answering calls on Radio Biafra, talking with all your energy. Say may you God them and bless all of you.
There we go.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much, Dalo. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 841-344-7984, 929-406-9953. Call us. The lines are still very much open for you to make your calls. So we're talking about those who are conversing and struggling. They want to be president of the zoo. Anybody, our leader have said it. Anybody who is talking about one Nigeria is sick. He's a sick person, and we know that. We know that, we believe that, we know that he is very, very correct in whatever he says. If you think that you are going to succeed in where others failed, God has given us a leader. God has given us a message through our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our quest is for Biafra, and nothing but Biafra. There are no two ways about it. There is no way you can change that. I'm telling you the truth. You can try, but so Bugatti, or you think that you can make any adequate change. We know that Biafra is the only way, the only thing that we need to know about, and that's what we're going to get. I have a call. Let me take this one. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Iyke.
Welcome to the program.
My name is Desert Warrior. Desert Warrior here from Ichi. Ichi is in Nsukka in Enugu province, Biafra land. I greet all the freedom fighters. I greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I greet all the IBB members worldwide. Please is Mr. Ike Peters. I don't have much to say today, but I want you to permit me to make this an announcement to the Brooklyn IBOB family.
Okay.
So we are going to having our meeting, which is on Sunday on the 13th. And I'm calling on every member of the IBOB Brooklyn family their attention, because we lost our member by his name, Mazi Iyke. For those who don't know Mazi Iyke is a brother, a junior brother to our presenter, Mr. Ike Peters, and another active member, Simi Ike. Please, we lost this guy over here, and you all know that we all do the needful to make sure that his remains get home. Please, I am pleading to every member of the IBOB family, whatever you're doing on Sunday, to try to come, because we are going to deliberate on it. Thank you, Mr. Ike Peters, for allowing me to make this announcement. For those who don't know where we are doing our meeting is on Eastern Parkway at the corner of Hekima in Brooklyn. And if you are coming, you don't know the place, you can call my number. My number is 347-933-8254. I repeat, 347-933-8254. Please, every member of the Brooklyn family, I know how you guys are doing, and I commend you. This year is a very big and tough time for us. We are losing people. I don't know why, but God knows the best. I want everybody to try and do the needful. Mr. Ike Peters, thank you for all you are doing for Biafra.
There we go.
God bless you.
God bless you, sir. All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We are mourning my little brother. God knows the best. There's nothing anybody can do about it. He passed on in about 27th of November at exactly 10:11 in the morning. May his gentle soul rest in peace. The family is still mourning him. I'm just someone encouraged to be on air for you, but I've been away for a while, not having emotionally strong enough to do. But you know something, it is just like a journey. We come in here, we take off the jacket, and everybody's crying over a jacket, but it's really body of Charles, peaceful, loving brother of mine, my little brother. He's the youngest of the family. Unfortunately, or fortunately, God knows best. We say glory unto his name. We always praise him regardless of what happens, what anybody says, regardless of how we feel. I know it's not easy, it's not a very good thing to lose a loved one, but hey, the struggle continues. We are here to do the needful. I have a call. Let me take this one before I continue. Caller, good morning. Caller on Principal Officer's line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, Mazi Iyke, good morning from here.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, I am Kanu from Colombia.
Welcome to the program.
Bogota here. Yeah, Ike Peters, may Chukwu bless you. May Chukwu give you the strength and the power. Biafrans, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are, Biafrans. I thank every one of you for your effort to liberate our people. I pray for our leader, Mazi Iyke, wherever he is now, God, guide and protect him. guide and protect our BOS, guide and protect all IPOB all over the world. Mazi Iyke, Nigeria is gone. Ndị Nigeria ha chapụrụ isi. Nigeria is a devil afọ anya. Anybody put us no I'm in Nigeria. You are a fool. I am Nagaha. I said I'm in Nigeria, I'm saying a fool. You don't know where you are. Whatever. Because I'm only here in the buying. I'm only here in some of the buying. Not support one Nigeria. People do not support one Nigeria. Of Buhari, I hand you over. But only Nigeria election of why the fake Buhari na British they beaten yesterday. These people they are scammers. Mazi Iyke that say Biafrans remain strong because we are winning. We are not Nigeria. Nigeria has expired. Nobody is a Nigeria. Mazi Iyke remain blessed.
Thank you, sir.
Igbos in Colombia, come out and get IPOB because I don't know what you people are doing. Just drinking beer here while our people are dying. If you speak about Biafra, they will say, hey, find money, you will be looking for money, leave Biafra. I say that all you people are food. That you don't know where you are a dead person walking. You know. Mazi Iyke
there were. Thank you very much.
About all the media warriors that very soon victory is yours.
Yes, thank you.
We shall be victorious. Thank you, Mazi.
There were. Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're almost to the end of today's program. I don't think I need to take any more calls at this time. We're also going to turn down. We have less than 5 minutes to go on the program. And tomorrow is another day, but stay tuned for Mazi Iyke. Mazi Iyke is the next as USA 1 that is coming up. One thing I want you to remember is that we are here. Radio Biafra is on 247. If you are not if you have time, listen to it. Anytime you go on the program on the Radio Biafra, there will be always a scintillating program there, even if it means repeat program of our leader, which is very educative. That's something that you cannot overlook. I'm sorry, there's a call coming in, but fortunately I can't take any more calls at this time. We have to go. But before we go, I still have to remind you something. That's something that I need to remind you is what our leader said. The last broadcast that he made before he passed, before he got incarcerated, before they put him in where he is today. He admonished us and told us what is going to happen. Like our leader, like a leader that he is. He knows where he is going. He has never said anything to us that has never come to pass. So anybody out there sitting down there and folding his hand and waiting for Biafra, Chawego, that's what my brother just said from Bagota. Well, Chawego, when you finish Chawego, you probably not have a place to sit down and spend that money that you have because you will have no more nation. But because those of us who are dedicated to what we are doing, we will keep on doing it regardless of what anybody says. Biafra is our quest. Biafra is our hope. Biafra is our land. And there is nothing anybody can do to stop us. We have to be dedicated. When have told us and admonished us, I am still going to read it out and say, it says, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Evening of the 19th day of August in the year of the Most High Elohim 2020. The time now is exactly a minute past 7 p.m. in the evening, wherever you are. I welcome each and every one of you. We are live and we are direct, and the whole world is listening. Therefore, I would say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, because unlike any other indigenous broadcaster out of Why is our FM off? They say our FM is off. Why is it off? I don't understand. It shouldn't be. They say the FM is off. I don't understand it for the life of me. I don't know. Our systems, our controls are okay from here. I don't know why that will be off. But I need confirmation that our app is functioning. Our IVD community radio app is functioning. I want to understand the